True transformation begins from within. Welcome to the Unsaid podcast. I'm Sneha. Today we have Dave, a fitness professional with over 10 years of experience, who's made the remarkable transition from banking to the health and wellness industry. As a level 3 certified personal trainer, group exercise instructor, Les Mills assessor and coach, and mental health advocate, Dave brings a fresh perspective on fitness and mental well being. Joining us today is Dave. Hi, Dave. Welcome to the Unsaid podcast.
Hi, thank you for having me, Sneha.
I have trained under you, and when I approached you for the podcast, I was extremely happy that you said yes to it.
Thank you so much for having me, and I'm also looking forward for our discussion for today.
Absolutely. So just tell us a little bit about yourself. I know I've given the introduction, but still, I would like to listen from you.
I'm now a fitness professional coming from the banking industry since 2014, so I juggle between the two. At first, it was only my part-time job. And then come 2021, I decided to shift fully to the fitness industry to pursue on my passion to inspire people, especially in the fitness industry.
So, what made you take that jump?
Come back 2015, after my class, a student approached me, a member, and then thanked me for being part of her journey. And I was like clueless. What? Part of the journey for what? That's behind my back, all right? Behind my head, I mean. And then after that, the perspective towards fitness changes. So I said that I have imposed impact to people, that I am making change to their lives. Then from there, I continue to hone my passion, to hone my experience in the fitness industry.
So, being in fitness, have you ever felt, your mental health distracted?
Yes, that's why being fit or exercising daily allowed me to be fresh again, to remove the negativity that runs into my mind. Because as they say, and as the study says, once you exercise, you releases happy hormones.
Right.
And then all the stresses coming from the bank, from the work, from our daily lives, when we perspire, we just leave it there and we feel refreshed once again.
So, for example, in my case, okay, it's very difficult for me to be consistent. I can go for a class, I'll probably start liking it, but after some time I get bored. So, there will be a lot of people who are listening to us and they find consistency is definitely the key, but how? Like, can you give us some tips for that?
All right. So I was also a member in the club before. I could say the word consistency, yes, is the key. However, we can put this, the discipline is the key. In everything that we do, if we're disciplined, we'll be having programs in our lives, the things that we need to do on our daily living, and we need to be organized. I know you're also working in the same industry.
Right.
Before I was working in the bank,
Correct.
so it's really challenging for us to have and find time on a daily living, especially if we're gonna work overtime. So we need to make sure to find time for something if we would like to have changes. Juggling between the two is really challenging, and the challenging part is the exciting part as well for us to see the changes that we're looking for. So it's all about being disciplined in ourselves, plus consistency as well.
Right. They say it takes 21 days, right, to actually cultivate a habit. Is it applicable for fitness as well?
Well, for me, they say it's all studies says that like 21 days, like before, for example, for a muscles to be recruited or to do something, you need to repeat it all over again. It's all about the habit that we're doing. So yeah, I could agree 21 days, but it depends again to the perspective of the person. And this is where the aspect of mental health comes in.
Right.
So if you will if you will plan accordingly that this is my goal, start today or have a target for 3 months and must do this. And you need to let go of the things that you know that might not contribute to the goals that you would like to achieve in the future.
Right. like you said, mental health is very important, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, did you have any days where, you have classes, you
Yeah.
have maybe say personal training, the day is scheduled, right?
Yeah.
But you might have a bad day, you wake up with a bad mindset. How
Mm-hmm.
do you juggle through it? Because there's a commitment in place, but
Exactly.
at the same time, you are not physically or probably mentally fit to pursue that day.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you do in such situation?
Well, it depends. It depends. So preparing is really important, as you just mentioned. If I see that I have a commitment, I need to um, prepare myself for the things that I need to do for the day. Um, Unless otherwise that I'm sick or other things that happen along the way. Um, I need always to make sure that I am physically fit, as
Right.
you mentioned, mentally fit as well, before I could conduct a certain class and to pop up in the class. I know every day is not a good day, and it's a different day.
Right.
Coming from outside the gym, if you're working as a full time, and then coming inside the gym in the class is a different thing. So as a coach, we shift because we know for a fact that the members that comes to the gym is expecting something that they would like to work out with us. So we're completely a changed individual while we're teaching the class. Then after that we can shift back. Sounds crazy, but
Right.
it's the truth.
So you actually try to shift your mindset at that point in time
Yes.
so
Yeah.
that the client in front of you doesn't feel the
Mm-hmm.
effect of your mood, probably.
Exactly. And then, whenever, every time they come to the class, they are expecting something from us
Right.
that we can deliver. So, whatever we feel on the day itself, it's a change, it's a different person that comes there. However, you need to be yourself. You got me there,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Remove those negativity, and then you come there with a lot of positivity, and then distribute it and influence the people.
Like I asked you about, like, if you have a bad day and then you still push yourself to go and work out. Similarly, for people like us who are not from that industry, right? We have a different work shift altogether. But say I'm having a bad day, and then how do I push? Because sometimes you get lethargic. You're like, you know what? I'm having a really bad day and I don't want to work out. So it's just probably an excuse not to go to the gym or work out. How do I push myself? Like, it's sometimes it's so difficult.
All right. First, if we're gonna talk about like a PT and a client relationship, well, a personal trainer guides you along the way on a daily basis. So the relationship between the two, PT and client, is not just about being PT and a client. The client comes to you as an individual that needs support, right? Support in many aspects. First, physically, and then you'll tackle emotionally. So me as a PT, I see to it that not great mindset. As a PT, you need to be with your client. You need to have this kind of understanding to tell honestly from the beginning. That's why you need to sit first and discuss what are the things that might hinder you not to come to the gym. For
Right.
classes, since it's not as close as intact as personal training, this one, if I will be positioning myself as a member, think about the way you started. From the time that you started to attend a class, I might not miss this class. I should not miss this class because of my routine. And then give it a try. And then once you're there, I let it. I was able to conquer and come to the gym and did the exercise, did the class with the trainer.
Yeah, I think, yeah, that I've experienced that as well. When you actually push yourself and go and work out, you feel a sense of pride, right? Hey,
Yeah.
yes, look, I did it today. In spite of not being able to do it or not being or not willing to do it, I still did it. So that's a different pride altogether.
True. And one thing that I can add, you need always to go back to the core, your core. What is my goal? Why am I doing this? If I miss this, what will happen? Just always look forward on the day that will happen, especially if you would like to achieve something. When we're going to the gym, we always think about like, I need to exercise, things like that. But this type of application is also applicable to our daily lives. Like, for
True.
example, I need to wash the dishes. Can I wash the dishes tomorrow? No, you need to wash it at this time. things like that.
Consistency. So great. So you're a Les Mills facilitator. So I would like to know, what is this Les Mills program all about? Because not many people know about it.
All right. So actually, Les Mills is a global leader provider of different group exercises internationally. So I know you heard a lot of different classes of
Yes.
Les Mills. We have body pump, RPM, sprint, body attack. There's a lot, body combat. So those are the different classes that the Les Mills provide internationally with an affiliated club, right? With an affiliated club. So Les Mills as the leader provider for the fitness, having the three core values: to be united, to be brave, and to change the world.
So when we hear about, Les Mills, it's a bit intimidating, right? For someone who's not tried, for someone who's tried, it's amazing. But what can we expect from our first session, and how can we not feel that, oh my God, it's probably a very rigorous training program or an exercise?
In Les Mills, we have different programs. For example, let's tackle body pump. So it's the original barbell workout that allow us to tone our body due to high repetitions. So it's catering different types of individual, from the beginners to the advanced people.
Right.
So don't be brave. Because the instructors, us, are well trained to handle different types of participants. So we have beginners, we have elite, we have advanced, and there will be a lot of alternatives. And then throughout the class itself, we're guiding the participants on the things that they need to do safely, and then the training will be effective.
So basically, if I'm not able to do a particular workout, you have an alternative for it.
Yes, for example, push-ups on your toes, you can do it on your knees.
Right.
And if you're gonna carry a barbell of 10 kgs, we can allow you, or we can say that you can do like 5 kgs. Or if it's challenging for you to do it with a bar, you can use the plate instead. Things like that. As instructor, we like to engage to everybody. We like to connect to all the participants inside the class.
Amazing. So I think everybody should try one of such programs.
Yeah.
And last but not the least, after 2020, there were a lot of changes, which was like virtual classes coming into picture. Have you done virtual classes?
Yes, sorry. Yes, I did. Especially during the lockdown. Les Mills also, we have virtual classes wherein you can do the exercises at home. Yeah, I did it. I did the virtual classes, and it feels amazing.
So how is it different from being physically present in front of a client and doing it virtually? Do you think it is a lot of difference?
There's a lot of difference, but it depends on the individual. For me, I prefer doing it live with the instructor itself, because doing with people, the group exercises, sharing the same passion, you keep on pushing yourself to do to the workout, to bring the best in you. Doing it alone, I could say, if during the lockdown we don't have any choice to do it alone, right? At home, virtually. But if you are a busy individual, I think that would be okay. And if you are like more enticed to see visuals, that will be a good exercise for you.
So lastly, what's that one advice you would give to everybody who's watching us now, but who always delays going to the gym or starting a workout?
Well, one thing of advice is like the change starts today.
Right.
Yeah, change starts today, not tomorrow. So if you would like to achieve something, plan. And then once you plan, make sure that you abide on it. Yeah, abide on
Execute
it.
it.
Yeah,
Yes.
execute it, and then go with the time frame. Then it's all about like discipline as well.
And give it some time.
Yeah, give it some time and listen to yourself.
Yes.
So it's all about preparing yourself mentally, physically, and emotionally. So those are the things that I could say and advise.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you so much for being
You're
a
most
part
welcome.
of the Unsaid podcast. We will see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Snea.